You ever wonder what really separates the wealthy from, well, everyone else? It's not just about what's sitting in their bank account. Turns out there's this unseen foundation that supports all of their success. Today, we're going to dive into that, your internal architecture of wealth. Let's get right into it.
Okay, so I want you to be really honest with yourself for a second. Just imagine it, $1,000,000, no strings attached. It just appears in your bank account right now. What do? How does your life actually change?
I know. That sounds pretty harsh, right? Maybe even a little insulting. But here's the thing. When you look at the stats on lottery winners or anyone who gets a sudden windfall of cash, the story is almost always the same. And it tells us a fundamental truth about money. We're calling this the $1,000,000 problem. And it's not really about bad luck or even just bad financial planning. It's about a deep mismatch between your new external reality and your old internal programming. And this right here, this is the core principle of everything we're talking about. Think of it like a container. Your personal development, your skills, your mindset, your habits, that's the container. Your income, that's just the liquid you pour into it. So what happens if you try to pour a gallon of water into a tiny little cup? It just overflows, right? It's the exact same idea with wealth. Let's use an analogy to make this super clear. We all have what you could call an internal financial thermostat. It's set to a temperature that feels comfortable, that feels normal to us. And for some people, that's $50,000 a year. For others, it's $500,000. It's our financial comfort zone.
So when that $1,000,000 suddenly hits your account, it's like someone cranked the heat in your house way, way up. Your internal thermostat just starts screaming, "Whoa, this is too hot, this is not right." And without even realizing it, you'll start to find ways to get rid of that money. Bad investments, crazy spending, suddenly becoming very generous until you're right back at a financial temperature that just feels familiar.
Okay, so if we can't just chase after more money, how in the world do we reset that thermostat? Well, it takes a complete shift in how we approach success. We have to move from a mindset of pursuit to one of attraction.
So what you're seeing here are two totally different philosophies on wealth. On one side, you have pursuit. This is all about chasing the external stuff, the constant hustle for the next dollar. But on the other side, you've got attraction. And that's an inside job. It's about focusing on your own growth with the understanding that money is just a byproduct of the value you create. And this is the hamster wheel that so many of us are stuck on, right? We chase the money, we hustle. But because our internal thermostat is still set low, we just never seem to actually get ahead. It's exhausting, and honestly, it's a pretty bad strategy for building real, lasting wealth.
So, here's the crucial point. This is the big idea. You don't get success, you grow into it. The focus shouldn't be on what you have to do to get rich. The real question is, who do you have to become to attract it?
Your bank account, your career, your relationships, really, they're all just lagging indicators of what's going on inside. They're a reflection. And if you want to change the reflection you see in the mirror, you can't just polish the mirror. You have to change the person looking into it. Okay, so this brings us to the most important part, the really practical stuff. How do we actually build this internal wealth? Let's take a look at the blueprint. This is the key action item. You have to embody the identity of a wealthy person first. That means you have to think, act, and make decisions like a person who is already capable of managing and growing wealth long before those dollars ever actually show up. So when we talk about building internal wealth, what does that really mean? It's not some abstract, fuzzy feeling. It's a very real, tangible set of assets. It's your mindset, seeing opportunities instead of scarcity. It's the high-value skills you have, things like coding or selling or public speaking. And it's the disciplined habits you practice every single day, like automating your investments or dedicating time to learning. And here it is, the blueprint for building that internal architecture. It all starts with your mindset. That's the foundation of all your beliefs about money. From there, you build on top of that with high-value skills that the world will actually pay you for. And finally, you lock all that progress in with disciplined habits that make building wealth practically automatic. See how each step builds on the last? It creates this powerful, unshakable structure.
Look, if you take only one thing away from this whole explainer, let it be this. Your primary job isn't to chase money. Your primary job is to work on yourself so relentlessly that money starts chasing you. Your personal development is your absolute best financial plan, period.
So I'm going to leave you with this question. Just for a moment, forget about what you need to do to hit your financial goals. Instead, I want you to ask yourself a much, much more powerful question. Who do you need to become?